In today's video, I'm going to be strictly talking about one of the main culprit or slash issue that you might be thinking, I don't know. Today is just going to be one of those rambly videos for me, so if you don't like any of the rambles, so I apologize, this is going to be a rambly video of me just talking about one of the big issues that I've noticed thus far as of recently. And that is just going to be the amount of store packs that are going to be available into the game, and why this is one of the main culprits of why credit pouches are so high in price. Obviously, there's other culprits. There's the inflation of credits that we've been seeing a lot more recently. If you want to fully explain all of that, explain in the comment section down below, because I'm not going to be explaining here in this video. But I will be mainly talking about some other things that is just going to be something that is just blatant right here in front of us, and why this is going to cause an issue later down the line for this game. For those who may or may not know, we do get a monthly store pack. So credit packs do appear every single month. It has been like this for years. But obviously, having a lot of store packs actually has a lot of drawbacks, and that is going to be something that you're seeing right now on screen. There's going to be an overabundance of store packs. So now, as you can tell, there's currently right now 6 store packs. 3 of them are going to be tied to the same Q-Slick event, and that is 3,000 credit per store pack. So that's 3, 6, and 9,300 credits. And that is a lot, considering that each and every single one costs 12 credit pouches to actually get yourself as a free-to-play player. And as someone that actually pays real life money, it costs $20 per pack. Now let's just go over like this. 9,300 credits is going to be, if I do recall correctly, that is 38 credit pouches. So that is 12, 24, and then 14 more. That is 38 credit pouches. At the current prices on PC, the credit pouches are going to be sitting around 1.4 to 1.5 million flux. I specifically went into PC because if I go into console, I will be like, oh yeah, this is the credit pouch price, and people will be like, oh yeah, you're complaining. So what you can see on PC, yes, 1.4 million flux right now. Yes, I am well aware about the PC prices, so that's why I just decided to just put it here on PC so I can avoid all of those type of things. So you can actually just see essentially the worst case scenario, which is currently right now on PC. On Xbox right now, they're like 450, and people are complaining, so that goes to show. But yeah, it is right now at 1.4 to 1.5 million flux on PC, and it is kinda absurd considering that you do need, like I just mentioned, to get all of the store packs from only the St. Q-Slick store packs, which, mind you, they're only here for 2 weeks. So all the way until St. Q-Slick event is gone. Once the St. Q-Slick event is gone, pretty much all these 3 store packs will be gone for essentially a whole year. You can only get them for 2 weeks every single year, and every single one of them do grant mastery points. If they didn't grant mastery points and they were only there to only showcase, then it would be like, alright, it's cool. But the thing is, they do grant mastery points, and if they later down in the future, they decide to, let's just say, increase the Trove mastery cap from 500 to 700 or 750, all of these store packs are definitely going to matter, and definitely for sure having these store packs is just going to give you that big boost. Either way, that is essentially a thing that is just going to happen. And in the case of, like I just mentioned, like Q-Slick, there's going to be the 3,000 credits. Then there's going to be another 3,300 credits out of all of these that are only available for 2 weeks. Keep all of this in mind that these are 38 credit pouches. So if we do go into the calculator right here, we multiply 38, let's just go with 1.5 million flux as of the current time we're going right here. We have 1.5 million flux each. That is 57 million flux for these 3 store packs. If you actually did see my last video that I posted, I made 41 million flux in 50 hours, give or take 50 to 53 hours. That is 41 million flux as an endgame player going for the event and using that event to sell mounts, which those mounts really did boost me up in the flux per hour. On average, in order for you to make those 50 something million flux, it will take you, let's just say, for me, it would take me, like at the pace that I was going, it would have taken me like 65 to 66 hours, give or take, to get the 53 mil. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing a rough estimate. Either way, That's still quite a lot. That is ridiculous. 65 hours, that is quite a lot considering that it's 2 weeks and coming from an endgame player that is just speed farming and just going as fast as possible. Imagine for the average player, good luck. And not to mention, if we're talking about the actual prices on actual real life money, all of these 3 store packs will cost you $60, which is essentially almost the price of a game. Or well, essentially the price of a game. And that is just a AAA or whatever you want to call it. Like $60 is usually the prices of games without counting taxes. And that it will cost you the same amount of these 3 store packs that will be only available during this event. So usually what most people do is they usually get the credit punches to sell them so they can make the flux, so they can buy all other stuff that they are missing or whatever. They use it for 201. I don't know what people do with credit pouches. I never sell them, so I don't know what people do with them. But people who just grind the flux in order to buy the credit pouches from those other players, they have to grind in so many hours in order for them to actually gain enough flux for 1 store pack. Right now on PC, that is, like I just mentioned, 57 million flux. Is it 57? I actually did forget. Yes, it is 57. I just checked. 57 million flux. How many of you are willing to grind 57 million flux in 2 weeks? And let me just tell you, if you are a patron player, also keep in mind that patron is only there for 2 weeks. So you also have to take into account your credits for patron. So chalk it off to 3 more credit pouches or 4, depending on how many credits that you do have. So 3 to 4 more credit pouches. Then again, that is, again, if we are talking 3 credit pouches, that's 4.5 million extra. So that will boost it up to 61.5 million flux, 63 million flux if you do need 4 credit pouches for patron status. So keep in mind, so you need around 63 million flux for both patron and all of the 3 store packs in 2 weeks. And considering that the video that I posted before, it was me grinding essentially 41 million flux in 50 hours. Would you just consider just grinding 60 to 70 hours on this event, only those 2 weeks, in order for you to actually get all 3 store packs? You see where I'm going at? And this is going to ultimately get worse over time because, like I just mentioned towards the beginning of the video, this store pack appear monthly. So you do have to get enough flux for a store pack every single month. If you do miss it, you have to just get it next year alongside all of the other store packs. And this is going to be even more of an issue. So let's just say 2 years down the line and we get the St. Q's League 2024 and a new player that, or let's just say someone that never actually played or started playing a couple of months prior to the St. Q's League event. So he never, like that person never actually saw the St. Q's League. That is already a pretty established player that can make flux on his own. If we're talking about, let's just say 2 years down the line, it means that there's going to be all of these 3 store packs plus 2 more store packs. And that means that that player is going to have to grind for 9,300 from all of these 3 store packs and probably an extra 6,000 or maybe even more, because considering that we got 3,300 on this store pack. So we had to just take into account all of those credits. So that is going to be a total of 15,300 credits. And lo and behold, you might be thinking, wait, there's 2 store packs that cost 3,000 credits right now. Oh yeah, Lunar Void and also Fantastical Phalanx. All these 2 store packs cost 3,000 credits. Right now, in order for you to actually get all of the 3,000 credit store pack, you need to spend at least, or I would probably say around $100. And not to mention, these 2 store packs are extra 24 on top of the 38, which makes it, I do believe it's 62 credit pouches. And then to top it all out, you need 6 more for the Babel's Bank in order for you to actually get all of that. So imagine getting all of these store packs right now, but 2 years down the line for only the actual event store packs. So I do feel it is getting a little bit too out of hand. I do feel right now. Let's just say, for example, another pretty interesting event, and that is going to be Shadow's Eve. Shadow's Eve is one of the oldest events in Trove, and that event has been dropping store packs in 2016 with the Spooky Swag Bag. Spooky Swag Bag was the first store pack, then they dropped Godzilla, then they dropped the Colossal store pack. I don't remember the name of the other store pack, then Shadow Isolation, then the one that they dropped last year, and this year is going to be another store pack. So for Shadow's Eve event, there's going to be what, 5-6 store packs already this year alone, and all of them do cost either 3,000 credits, or in the case of Godzilla it's 2,250, and what is it, the Spooky Swag Bag is 1,500. But either way, there's still a lot of credits for all of those store packs. And then if we move on to Sunfest, there's already 3 store packs from last year and 3 store packs from the year before that. So there's already 6 store packs. And I'm pretty sure this year is going to drop 3 more store packs, because they've been going over the Piñata houses, which is Keres, Penitea, and also Tysorion. You know, those 3 store packs, they usually drop 1 of each house. And I do feel, as of right now, it's just starting to get out of hand considering the amount of store packs that we've been seeing thus far. And I do feel that one of the solutions that I thought of is not the biggest solution. I don't think they will ever do it. To be honest, I don't think they are going to listen to any of this, and they're going to keep dropping store pack every single month. So I guess we have to get used to it, but I hope and I pray that anytime soon they will listen to the player. They will just realize, oh yes, you know, a lot more players are just quitting the game because the credit pouches are just becoming less and less accessible, and we've been dropping just store pack every single time. And here's the thing, the solution that I thought of was maybe just make it as a bundle. Instead of just already keep dropping store packs and just making the store look like this with insane amounts of store packs literally everywhere, why not add it as a bundle? Especially on event store pack, which are limited. Let me just tell you, they're limited time. Why not make them as bundle? For example, let's just say this year they drop in 3 store packs into 1, and they cost 3,000 credits, and you are going to get 3 old store packs. I know in terms of business wise, it's not the smartest thing to do to just put all of those things so cheap, but at the same time, those are old things that they already worked on years prior to it. It's just that they are just making money out of old content. So essentially, instead of just dropping them full price, why not drop it at lower price? So for those players who are just new, they have something to catch up to at least the players who have been playing for multiple years. And I'm telling you, this is coming from someone who has been playing the game for 5 years and has gotten every single store pack available in Trove. Like, as of right now, I have the income and the flows to actually get all the store packs every single time they do come out. But as someone that wants the game to just do better, this is just not good for the newer players or for the what people call the average player. And I do feel that just adding it as a bundle for older store packs, you know, they're already old. It's not like they're adding in something extremely new. It's just that old items are getting reintroduced. Might as well just put it as a bundle so that, you know, people do have something to work on, instead of just, oh yes, I need to grind in 150 hours in 2 weeks in order for me to actually get enough credit to get all of the store packs that are just available, again, only for 2 weeks. You know, that's stretching it, and that's just abusing your players at that point. And you have to take into account that players are not necessarily just using credits for store packs, they're using credits for patron status, they're using credits to actually just get themselves all of the store items, by the way, which all of these are mastery, and they're just using credits for all of those things that do help them out. And not to mention, they're also using flux for the in-game items that are just in the marketplace, not only for credit purchase. Like for in the case of my own, I could just get them right around here and just get all of these items which do cost me flux, and that makes the grind just longer in order for me to actually get all of the credit pouches. And same goes like mounts and such. And not to mention stuff that you actually craft. There's stuff that you actually craft that costs money. For example, the chaotic crafting table items. So if I actually do go right around here, you're going to see that the chaotic crafting table items like classes, and not to mention the costume, they do cost flux, and that is something that it will just have to wait essentially, because you have to just spend so much time in just grinding flux in order for you to actually get all the credit pouches. And in my eyes, this is something that really needs to be looked into, because it is actually really getting out of hand of how many flux is needed in order for you to actually get the limited time store packs. So if you do miss, then you have to wait pretty much a whole year. And you know, there's certain items that people were just waiting for so long. For example, myself, for Trove Defender, I almost lost that store pack when it dropped in 2017, which was the first time around for consoles. I almost lost the store pack because at that time, those were the hard times of me just living through the aftermath of a Category 5 hurricane. You know, that got kind of real. But anyways, you know, but there are certain people that just they are waiting for, patiently for one specific store pack. And at that point, when they get to, you know, when the month arrives, they have to spend so much time and effort, which in some cases, some people don't have the time and effort. Like, for example, Snowfest, Renewest, those are timed during holidays. Snowfest is going to be during Christmas. Renewest is going to be during New Year's. You know, Shadow's Eve is going to be during Halloween. Turkeytopia is going to be during Thanksgiving. Buntopia is going to be during Easter, and so on and so forth. Sunfest is going to be during summer, and a lot of people during summer are in vacation, and you're just forcing players to actually just grind ridiculous amounts of time for you to actually just gain the enough flux or materials or resources of actually real life money. I know, I get it, it's a company, they had to monetize the game in any way, shape or form. I get it, I know the point, but at the same time it's kind of getting out of hand, considering that this is an actual issue, which is just going to be the amount of credit store packs that are going to be available. But yeah, that's going to be my whole ramble video today. Thank you for watching, thank you for sticking around as always. Probably I will just have some background footage in between some of this, the same way that I did on the last video. And yeah, I will just sit right back and just start doing more of the other types of videos, like hidden effects and the Shadowhunter pre-patch post-patch comparison, which I still haven't done it. I apologize for that one. And yeah, some of the other videos, but I really wanted to get this out there because it is starting to get out of hand, and I know a lot of players are getting quite frustrated in terms of the credit pouch prices. With all that being said, thank you once again for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. Leave a like, subscribe for more content like this. And yeah, take care and keep on hunting.